I thought I should. Something told me not to go. Cold hand reached down. I let the noise drown it
Welcome
out.
to Perfect Brainstorm. I'm Jake Bush.
Those are sirens. I'm Brian Perry.
Oh, wow.
6 o'clock earthquake, tennis hour double date. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I
that's Houston
feel
That was
fine.
good, Houston. You know, I take back what I said. Maybe you should sing the whole thing.
Dang straight I
So
should.
yeah, we didn't introduce a topic last time, and it turns out that was sort of a prescient thing to do because the world has kind of changed since last time we recorded.
Just a little.
It's been a while. We missed a few weeks. If you just heard our stand-up comedy episode come out last week, that was actually recorded like quite a while ago. So everything that's going on right now in the world with viruses and earthquakes. I said viruses plural just in case by the time this comes out. If there's another one,
You never know. There could be the next big thing.
we had some earthquakes and aftershocks here in Utah. So yeah, everything is kind of different since last time we recorded. So it's good we didn't introduce a topic because we changed our topic.
So if you haven't picked up on what the theme of this episode is, this is consider it your COVID-19 survival tips episode. We're going to help you figure out some good battery tips, some good bunker tips.
Yeah, I've got all your best battery tips. I've got the best batteries, light bulbs, flashlights, you name it.
Jake, can you help us out with some of those bunker tips?
Okay, the best kind of bunker are the type that are actually underneath the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because stuff can then fall on them and you don't even feel it.
Wow, that's a great point.
How do you feel about sand bunkers? Are those good? Do they protect you?
It's pretty bad for the golf course.
I prefer bunkers where you have to climb down like 100-foot ladder. Well, first off, you have to blow open a hatch with dynamite. Then you have to crawl down a 100-foot ladder, and then you have to walk by. Yeah, you have to walk by a wall that makes your feelings hurt, and then you meet a Scottish guy, and you have to press a button. Those are the best kinds of bunkers.
The best kind of bunker.
That's very elaborate.
Did you
Not
watch
gonna
Lost,
lie.
Houston?
I sure didn't.
Okay.
I was lost
That was
on
a very
that one.
specific Lost reference
Yeah.
that you were missing out on there. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, I've got it. We're already off to a really great start. You guys ready for this?
Perfect.
Tip number one for surviving your coronavirus quarantine. Watch Lost.
Oh, man,
all of
that's a
it.
great point.
And just to be clear, like we started off all jokey on the survival tips. We're talking more about entertainment survival tips. How to keep yourself from dying from boredom, if you will.
Exactly. How to weather this perfect brainstorm.
Yeah, you probably coming to us at this point after playing Animal Crossing like 5 or 6 times. So we're just trying to help give you an alternative to stay sane at this point.
Yeah, if you've played Animal Crossing multiple times, that's wild. At the time of recording, Animal Crossing comes out in 15 minutes. So if one of us disappears, you'll know why.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I'm probably going to beat Animal Crossing at least 10 times by the time the quarantine is over.
Yeah. Oh, man. Have you played Animal Crossing, Houston?
I have crossed no animals.
Okay.
I have not beat it once even.
I actually haven't either, but I know quite a bit about it, and I'm excited for this new one. The joke is you can't really beat the game, right? There isn't really a winning.
Yeah, it's just like eternal. It never ends.
Okay. So no, we're not giving tips on how to actually survive a virus. I mean, I guess I'll just say it right here. Wash your hands, all that stuff. But we're here to survive the boredom. Is that right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Now we've finally introduced the topic.
How to maintain your sanity.
How to maintain your sanity.
So I think we should start off by just kind of saying how it's been going for the three of us.
Yeah, that's a good update. Who's going first?
Houston, how you holding up? I want to hear from Houston.
I'm doing okay. My team is the one team that does have to go into work.
Because you're a brave hero. working in a hospital, saving lives.
No, it's because we refuse to hire an IT department, so I have to fill in for that position, more or less. Jake, I want to hear from you. How are you holding up? Tell me a little bit about the bush life.
Okay, well, it has been 7 days since my company.
It has been 7 days. Yikes.
Yeah, 7 days. So we've mentioned it many times on this podcast, but Brian and I work for the same company. And Thursday morning, we were all just going about our business, doing our work, and we get an email from the CEO, and he says we are now going to a mandatory work from home policy. And we were like throwing chairs in our vehicles, monitors. We were like looting the snack machine.
I should point out that this was a company approved looting. They did say we could.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Still
you
looting.
made it sound like we just started stealing things.
No. And so, yeah, we've kind of moved into this. And so my big, like, I actually like working from home and I like being at home. I'm kind of a homebody, so that doesn't really bother me all that much. But I will tell you what is rough, and that is having a poor internet connection in these trying times. Let me tell you my story. We moved into this house. We hooked up Wi-Fi, but it's terrible Wi-Fi, and there's actually two Wi-Fi connections. One's like a certain amount of megahertz, the other one's other megahertz. They both are terrible. So I have been using my cell phone as a hotspot to connect to my laptop to try
which is difficult because your bunker is so far down underneath the house.
Exactly. And it's been so terrible that even though we're locked into a contract with our terrible internet provider, I finally had enough, and I called a fiber optic place that's going to give me like a gigabit connection, and they're coming on Monday to install it. So while other people are stockpiling hand sanitizer and toilet paper, I am stockpiling Wi-Fi connections in my house. I'm going to have 4 as of Monday.
Nice.
Wow.
That's exciting.
That is exciting. Wow.
How are you, Brian?
So when I started working from home, I was pretty bad at it, honestly, because it felt like I was off of work, right? Like it felt like a vacation day, but I had to keep reminding myself that I was at work. I feel like I'm kind of finally getting to that point, but also I think when the earthquakes hit, that was like kind of a breaking point for me of like, wow, everything is going wrong. Society is over. I really wish I weren't working. So that was rough, but I'm like recovering from that now. Anyway, things are good. A little touchy sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Some might say we need an escape.
We need an escape. That brings me to my first recommendation. The song Escape, the Pina Colada song.
If you like pina coladas.
And listen to Escape, the Pina Colada song.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to actually take notes on everything we say, and so we can make like a listicle. We can make like a listicle at the end of this.
Okay, that's okay. We actually haven't phrased the topic in terms of a creative challenge. Maybe the creative challenge is writing a listicle about how to survive the boredom of quarantine.
I love it. Let's do it.
Can I determine what the first point of this listicle is?
No, the first point is listen to Escape the Pina Colada song.
Wait, no, that's the second point. The first one was watch all of Lost.
Oh, that's right. The first one is watch all of Lost.
Okay, then can I determine what the
This is going to be a great listicle.
Can I determine what the third point of this listicle is? Sports. They didn't happen. So March Madness is a big deal, right?
You guys want to hear the funniest meme I saw on the internet? It was a March Madness bracket, but then they just wrote coronavirus wins. Get it?
Thanks, bro.
I actually laughed the first time I saw that.
I did too, but then I saw it 1,000 times.
Yeah, that's
anyway,
a very good point.
That was all over the place. Anyway, hey, that brings me to my next topic.
Yeah, that's
that
what I was
wanted
trying
to bring
to set
to this
you up
episode that we
for.
discussed beforehand, but you gave me a nice, natural segue into it.
Welcome.
There is a webcomic called XKCD, which anyone who listens to this podcast probably has heard of. But they published a comic. This is probably last year. I don't remember when it was, but it's literally a bracket where each of the initial lineups are existing phrases that have verses in them. So Ford versus Ferrari, Kramer versus Kramer, King Kong versus Godzilla, etc., I thought it'd be fun to go through this bracket and see who wins. And I think we just have to kind of go knee jerk. I think some of these I think by now I've actually looked up all of these so I can give some context. But for the most part, just based on what we see. And then I'll keep track of the bracket here.
Sounds good to me.
Where are my sticky notes? Tip number 4 is don't lose your sticky notes.
Don't lose. This is going to be a weird listicle.
Okay, I found my sticky notes.
Don't lose sticky notes.
Yeah, write that down.
Okay.
Okay, you're saying we're starting in the bottom right then?
Sure are.
Plants versus zombies. I go zombies.
Yeah, definitely zombies. I watched World War Z the other night, and I didn't see any plants kill any zombies.
Yeah, I'd agree. Zombies for sure. Even though they're slow mobily, which is a big thing.
They are. Yep, plants are out. Okay, mega shark versus giant octopus.
It's about the tentacles, right?
I gotta go octopus.
Sharks have pretty sharp teeth, and it's a mega shark, not just a regular one. He can
But a
bite
giant
off those
octopus.
tentacles.
Okay, yeah. Here's the thing: a giant octopus is an actual animal that exists in the world. A mega shark doesn't. I don't think. No, I'm actually flipping. I think mega shark. I think a giant octopus is just a big octopus, but a mega shark has some actual bonuses other than just size. Yeah, I'm going mega shark.
All right, I'll vote mega shark.
Okay.
I'll die alone on the octopus heel then.
Okay. Scott Pilgrim versus the world.
Scott Pilgrim.
It's got to go the world, right? Scott Pilgrim's just a teenager.
I'd argue
Yeah,
Scott.
that's true, actually.
No, I'd argue for him. I think because he comes out on top. So he's the last one standing in the movie, right?
He's the last man standing.
I go the world.
I think
the
I'm going to have
tiebreaker,
to
Jake.
be the tiebreaker and say
the
the
tie-jaker.
world, because if they're fighting just Scott and the whole wide world, he's kind of outnumbered, so.
Yeah. All right. This one is an actual nerd battle.
It's Batman.
Okay, it's not Batman versus Superman. It just makes no sense for it to be Batman. I'm saying Superman.
Did you even see the actual Batman versus Superman
Oh my
movie?
gosh. I didn't. It's a famously
Who
bad
is-
movie.
Because Batman actually wins. That's a real fact. He comes in prepared and can scheme, and he knows how to fight
so
his
Batman
enemies.
can win. Batman can win in a very
You'll
specific
never persuade me that
circumstance.
it's not Batman.
Superman
'cause
will win
He's, like
every
a
other
Boy Scout,
time.
he's always prepared for a fight.
That's fine. We're gonna vote though. So Superman.
Superman.
I'm disappointed in both of you. I hate you.
He has laser eyes.
But it's the Dark
He has
Knight.
anything. He has
The
any
Cape
ability.
Crusader. It's Batman.
Okay. This next one is Asterix versus Caesar. Asterix is, I looked it up, a popular French cartoon character. I think he's a caveman. I don't remember. Or a gladiator?
Okay.
Something like that. And then Caesar is referring to Julius Caesar, the emperor, which that probably has my vote.
Yeah.
I just double checked. Asterix is actually a Gaul. He's a Gaulish warrior. So
I'll vote for Asterix.
I'm going to vote for Caesar
I just don't want to talk about Asterix anymore.
That's fair.
because it's hard to say.
I'd definitely be on board if we were talking about Little Caesars.
Now it is. Okay. Justice League versus Teen Titans. No idea. I don't care. I'll be a tiebreaker if I have to.
One of these has Batman.
Yeah, so Teen Titans. Batman's in the Teen Titans, right? All right.
Houston?
Oh no, we
Are
lost
you
him.
okay, Houston?
We took it too far. Fine. I'm putting Justice League. Okay,
Marge
here's the
versus
thing.
the monorail.
Here's the thing with this whole list, though. Superman is now in it twice because he's in the Justice League and by himself. That seems
man.
unfair.
Yeah, but he's not going to have to fight him. Or wait, he could end up having to fight
He might at
himself.
some point. We'll see what happens. Marge versus
Well,
the monorail.
no, it'll just be Batman Batman or Superman versus the Justice League, which would be interesting because there's
Yeah.
other people that would
Of
fight
course, when Batman comes up, my internet cuts out and keeps me from defending my case.
We just assumed
him.
that
We
you
thought
were
we just
offended.
really offended you.
You do, but it's fine. I'm over it.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, Marge versus Monorail.
A famous Simpsons episode. I mean, is this a fight? We actually haven't specified what people are competing in. I guess it's who would win in a fight, and I'd go with the monorail.
In the episode, Marge is the one who gets the monorail shut down, so it's got to be her, right?
Oh, you've actually seen the episode? Oh,
Yes.
all right. I'll go Marge.
I'll say Marge, because, yeah, I'm pretty sure Marge is... She's like one of the longest running animated characters in the history of television, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Okay,
she
Marvel
survives.
versus Capcom.
It's Marvel, right?
It's Marvel. I mean, yeah.
Capcom doesn't even have cool characters.
I mean,
Okay.
Mega Man's pretty cool, but Marvel.
Marvel. Okay, so we'll go top left here. For some reason, we went from the bottom up on the right side, so we'll go top down here. Kramer versus Kramer, I think, is a movie about divorce. So either one.
Yes.
I'm guessing that we're gonna eventually we're just gonna eventually say this is Kramer from Seinfeld. So
I mean, I was wanting a little more build up,
we might as well do it now.
but yeah.
Okay, Kramer
So,
from Seinfeld
yeah,
wins.
it's Kramer wins.
Okay. Ford versus Ferrari.
Did either of you guys see that movie yet?
I did. They're on the same team,
won?
and Ford wins.
Um,
And I also own a Ford truck, so I'm a little biased towards that.
yeah, that's fine. I don't think he's gonna beat Kramer though.
I mean, what about Kramer driving a Ford?
Ford. Yeah.
Okay. The People
Okay.
versus Larry Flint. I'm gonna go with the People on this one. I'm a man of the People.
Isn't Larry Flint Woody Harrelson, though?
I have no idea.
I feel like Woody Harrelson would probably go for the People over Larry Flint, even though he is Larry Flint.
All right, so the People. Wait, who did you vote for, Jake?
The American president of Larry Flint Publications. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the people.
All right. All right, Joe versus the Volcano, which I did look up the plot of this movie, and it is wild.
I certainly believe it.
Did Joe beat the volcano?
I don't know. I didn't read the end of it because I kind of got bored. But I do think the volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
think-
think anybody ever beat a volcano except maybe
I think
Frodo.
the plot of the movie is that Joe has a terrible life and wants to die, and then he gets a terminal disease and is going to die, and then someone is like, hey, instead of dying for nothing, why don't you come sacrifice yourself to this volcano to save this tribe of people who needed blood sacrifice? I think that's the plot of the movie.
Wow.
So anyway,
Wait, this has Tom Hanks in it?
yeah. It's like one of his first movies, I think.
Wild.
King Kong versus Godzilla.
Which King Kong
I gotta go
is it?
Godzilla.
Which King Kong, which Godzilla is it?
I
Because that's
don't
a big
know.
difference for me.
I don't know. I've never had this
There's
debate. I'm
been
not a
so
nerd.
many King Kongs and so many Godzillas. Like, I want to say Godzilla. If it's like old school, like first generation Japanese Godzilla versus like the latest King Kong from the Jack Black movie, King Kong all the way. But if it's like the new Godzilla where he's basically just this massive behemoth that takes up the whole ocean, then yeah, probably him.
Well, and I think it's important to remind everyone that Godzilla can shoot laser breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We're good with Godzilla then?
Yes.
Let's do Godzilla.
Yeah,
He's got God right in his name.
that's true. And Zilla.
Okay. Freddy versus Jason. Again, this is another one that I just don't care.
Well, maybe it's not Freddy versus Jason the way we're thinking. Maybe it's Freddy versus Jason, just a casual
Okay, hold
Freddy.
on. No, we're changing the challenge then. It's who would win in a best baby name contest. Would you rather name your kid Freddy or Jason? I'm on Team Freddy.
Team Freddy.
I'm on Team Eddie.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Eddie is a nickname for Freddy, for Fred, isn't it?
Well, Eddie is almost what my name was. So
Fred is a nickname for
It's
Edward.
close.
Yeah. Cool. Freddy then?
yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. Dracula versus Frankenstein, same competition. You have to name your kid one of these.
I think it's.
I got to go
I mean,
Frankenstein.
the issue here. Yeah, well, the issue here is Frankenstein is just a scientist. Dracula is a literal monster who can suck the blood out of you
True.
and turn you into a vampire.
No, but we're talking
This is
like
the baby name contest.
Yeah, this is the baby name contest. So
Oh, but, is this whole thing just a baby name contest?
no. Just this, just the rest of this side of the bracket.
Can I give him a different version of the Frankenstein
No,
name?
it has to be. No. First name has to be either Dracula or
You
Frankenstein.
can't name him Gene Wilder.
You knew exactly what I was going for.
The obvious choice is
Frank
Frankenstein,
is,
just because you can at least shorten it to Frank, which is a name. So
Yeah,
Frankenstein.
and that's my grandpa's middle name. So
Yeah, but on the other
Perfect.
hand, Gene is my grandpa. Anyway, actually, cut that. That was weird. Alien versus Predator. Same competition, and then we'll be done with the baby naming competition. Alien versus Predator.
I would name my kid Predator. That'd be hardcore.
Preddy.
Preddy.
Freddy and Freddy.
Well, actually, okay.
But what about Alien?
I like Alien better. Alien is neutral.
Yeah,
Predator is like
it's pretty good.
a bad
I just got thinking like it would be kind of cute to have like a little kid named Predator because he's like crawling around. And you're like, oh no, he's this little predator. But then by the time he's like 17 and a half, it stops.
He's just a
being
dude
cool.
named Predator. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can call me Al.
Okay, Alien
Ian.
also, you could call him Al. You can call him Al.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty cool name.
Okay.
Okay, round 2. Let's go.
Okay, Mega Shark versus zombies. Zombies.
Mega Shark.
Mega Shark.
Okay, Mega Shark wins. Superman versus the world.
Batman.
I'll go Superman.
Batman.
Superman.
Batman.
Okay, the world got nothing. Okay, Justice League versus Caesar from Planet of the Apes.
Ooh, Caesar.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, no.
Houston just voted against Batman. We're going with Caesar.
No.
Caesar.
'Cause
I was
Houston
gonna
voted
say
against
Justice
Batman.
League, but if Houston doesn't want Batman, then that's fine. Caesar.
Let the record show.
I
Houston just
was
voted against
thinking-
Batman.
I
Marvel
thought it
versus Marge.
I thought it was Teen Titans.
Marvel versus Marge. Marge. Yeah.
I hate this.
It's sorry, I forgot to mention that was also baby naming. Okay, Kramer versus Ford.
It's Kramer.
Yeah, but what about Ford from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
That makes it better, but it's still Kramer.
Okay, you guys have already said Kramer. Okay, the people versus the volcano, which is a wild lawsuit. They are suing this volcano.
The volcano still wins.
Yeah,
going with
that's a
volcano.
tough volcano to beat.
Look at Pompeii. That was kind of the people versus the volcano.
Yeah. Okay, Godzilla versus Freddy.
Godzilla.
You'd think Godzilla, but Freddy can get you in your nightmares when Godzilla's sleeping.
Okay.
I'm done with that.
I also
it's a
don't
better
want
baby name,
Godzilla
too.
to just steamroll.
It's a way better baby
Yeah.
name. Okay, Frankenstein versus Alien. I gotta go Alien.
Alien.
You can call my vote Alien.
Okay, next round we have Mega Shark versus Superman.
Mega Shark.
Oof.
I still want
I'll go
Batman.
Superman.
It's got to be Superman.
Okay. Marge versus Caesar.
Planet of the Apes Caesar, I'm going that direction.
Caesar.
All right, Caesar it is. Okay, Kramer versus the volcano. That's a great movie concept. Kramer versus the volcano.
I think it's Kramer still.
Yeah, Kramer did it. Okay, Kramer sues the volcano, and Freddy versus Alien.
Alien.
Alien, I guess.
I don't even know what I'm voting based on. I'll say Alien.
Yeah, sure.
I like aliens. They're just cool.
So what's our final four?
Caesar versus Superman. Wait, what?
Are we down to 4 now?
We're down to 4. The final 4 are Caesar, Superman, Kramer, and Alien.
Okay.
Caesar versus Superman.
I'll
I'll go Superman.
It's gotta be Superman.
I'm still Batman.
Yeah, okay. Superman, Kramer versus Alien.
You guys aren't even indulging
Kramer.
me anymore.
All right, Kramer. We
I'll
have
do Kramer.
Yeah, Kramer versus Superman.
Michael Richards.
No, I think
Kramer.
if we've officially established that it's canon that this is Kramer from Seinfeld, Kramer versus Superman is a hilarious movie concept.
This also
actually
works out really
yeah.
well because Jerry Seinfeld is obsessed with Superman.
He is obsessed with Superman. Okay, so the final challenge is, who would Jerry choose to be his best friend?
Ooh.
Wow.
He would go Superman.
You want to say no. there's definitely some difficulties with Kramer, but like there's difficulties with being best friends with Superman too, right? That's a lot of baggage. Like you want to be a fan of Superman, you don't want to be best friends with him.
But
Could
you
get
can
messy.
you could be casual friends with
I
him.
will fight for Kramer. I will fight for Kramer on this one.
Kramer.
Kramer is a better friend than Superman.
You're right. He's fun to have around. He's a good thing to laugh at.
Kramer.
Okay. The winner is Kramer from Cosmo Kramer from Seinfeld.
Yay!
Yeah, that was our wild card pick, and so I guess tip number 5 is be friends with Kramer.
Also, I just love that this started as Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep's Kramer v. Kramer, but instead we're telling people to watch Seinfeld instead.
Go watch Seinfeld. Yeah.
I was going to say that maybe our next tip is to just make up imaginary brackets like this because we just killed like literally 20 minutes talking about nothing and it just flew by. So it seems like
And we were like rushing. If we'd been taking our time,
We were going so speedy.
like if you put
could be hours.
100 options on each side, oh man. That's
Yeah.
that's a thought exercise that takes all day.
What would you do to put 100?
at this point,
of
I
those
should
in?
put in a plug for the game Super Fight. It's basically the conversation we just had with slightly more rules and a little bit more organization. So that legit is like go play Super Fight. It's a really fun game.
Okay. And
Um,
that is your
How many tips are we at?
that's your free sponsorship, Super Fight.
Wait. Is go play Super Fight one of the tips?
Okay, so one tip is be friends with Kramer. One tip is play Super Fights, and one tip is
I don't
play
know if you
Super
can
Fights
I don't
as
know
a
if you
bracket.
can I don't know if you can be friends with Kramer though. We're on lockdown.
Oh,
like,
that's
is he just
true.
going to come over and give us coronavirus?
Okay, cut that. You're not friends with Kramer. The tip is just play Super Fights, but put it in a bracket instead of just playing it like the rules say.
Got it.
But you can
That's
put
it.
Kramer as one of the entrants.
The rules are going to tell you everyone's going to play a character, and then you vote on who wins, and that person's the champion, and then everyone else makes new characters to go against that one. Just do a bracket.
Got it.
Just do the simpler version of the game.
Exactly. Okay, Super Fight bracket. Cool. That's our. So what number was that then?
That's tip number 6.
Okay.
Wait, okay, then I need to recap because I've only got 4. Watch all of Lost, the Pina Colada song, don't lose your sticky notes, play Super Fight with a bracket. What are the other 2?
I had be friends with Kramer in there.
Okay.
Okay.
We condensed a few right there.
And we're out of ideas, so that's the end of the episode. Hold on. Houston, you talked about improvised sports and then you did not elaborate. We probably cut you off.
Nah, I was just trying to do a segue into the bracket. That's all it was.
Oh, got it. Okay. Then we did elaborate.
Yeah, we super did. We had a super fight, super elaboration.
Marble races.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the time. That's random that you say that, but I have a good friend. His name's Rob Miller. He does toy racing. You should go check out his channel. He has some pretty good marble racing setups, if I do say so myself, even though I didn't do them. But yeah, go check him out. Rob Miller,
Nice.
toy racing.
Okay.
Is that tip number 5?
That certainly is.
Ooh,
It's a
I've,
good indoor activity.
I've got a good tip. Read.
All right, let's hear it.
Read books.
Ah, books?
Yeah.
No one's ever thought of that.
Yeah, it's great.
We're scraping the bottom of the barrel, guys.
Okay. All right.
If
What's
I don't, here's one. Listen to podcasts.
Oh, hey.
We're scraping it even deeper. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, we got it. Our next one has to be zany. We got to go with zany on this next one.
Oh, okay. Billy Zaney.
Ooh. I've got it. All day session of the floor is lava.
Now you're talking. This is
that's pretty
something. This is something we can.
So
tell
you
people.
can't
That's going
touch
to
the
make it very hard
floor
for me to work.
for the entire day. You can't touch the floor.
I have to think about this. Hold on. I need to actually think about this. Like, I'm sitting in my room. I actually have a floor mat that my wheelie chair is on. So I think that's safe, right?
Yeah.
So luckily I have that so I can rest my feet on the floor. Mat, not the floor itself. But if I need to go downstairs, my desk is about 5 feet away from my door. How do I get over there? I guess
Is this
I have
the
a
most
microphone
thought we've
box.
put?
I have a keyboard.
There's always like
I'll just slide across on those.
There's always like the 2 pillows technique where you stand on one pillow and
2
transfer the second
pillows.
pillow in front of you.
You're just cheating
You know what
at
I
this
mean?
point.
Yeah.
So you put 2
Or
pillows
you-
on the
You cut a
ground.
slit out of each one and just put your foot in it.
Ooh.
But then you're just wearing shoes. Has anyone ever like pointed that out? You could just wear shoes and you're fine in this
As
hot
soon
lava
as
game?
you think about it as an adult, you're like, wait.
There's a lot of flaws.
Shoes.
Yeah. Because if
Wear
you're following the
shoes.
logic of the floor is lava, pillows work. And so if they work, just make them into shoes. Wait, what about shoes?
Like, are they lava resistant?
Yeah, like what? Okay, if we were standing around wearing shoes and someone said the floor is lava, aren't we fine because we're wearing shoes?
Whew.
Or do shoes not count?
That's a deep
But improvised
question.
shoes do count.
Improvised shoes count. Real shoes don't count because they're at that point they're just extensions of your feet.
Okay, I'm glad we settled that. I also think there is a case to be made that indoor floor is lava. Shoes are improvised because you don't normally wear shoes. Well, I guess people wear shoes inside. But when you're playing outdoor, ground is lava. Then shoes are just naturally part of you. That's an alternate variant rule that you could introduce.
Hey, I've got a tip of something that I think would be fun to do. So we have a lot of people are going to be playing a lot of board games while they're quarantined. You can imagine.
More like board games. Am I right?
Haha.
Anyways, what if you made your own game, your own board game? So I want to do a challenge where we each pick a game that comes to mind right off the top of our head, and then try to combine it.
Okay.
I feel like someone listening to this episode will just assume every episode is like this because when I try to describe it to people, it feels like that's what they assume anyway. That they're just like, I don't know, let's all say a board game and then, I don't know, cross them over somehow.
I mean, you're not
Anyway,
wrong.
yes, but I am ready for this challenge.
Okay, you each have a game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Shoots
Now
and
me.
ladders. What did you say, Houston?
So we've got Dominion, Mousetrap, Shoots and Ladders.
This
You have to build the actual chutes and ladders.
This is actually off the hook. I would play the heck out of that game.
This is some crazy deck building mousetrap.
Okay, so like you've got the set collection, and as soon as you have like collected enough cards that are like ore resources, you get to build. You pick up some stone tokens, and you actually craft them into a ladder, which you use
Yes.
to get up to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you're collecting resources to build chutes that you can play on other people, and it makes their token literally slide down a chute.
I love it.
Also, there are snakes for international editions of the game.
Perfect. And here's another twist on it. You ready?
Yes.
Do it in your backyard and make it like actual life size to where like you're using lumber and actual metal to like craft all these things. And so it's you yourself are climbing these ladders and falling down these chutes.
That's a pretty cool idea.
Did
not
you just
gonna lie.
describe building a slide in your backyard?
I think so.
You build a ladder and you build a chute, and then you go up the ladder and then you slide down the chute.
Hey, Home Depot's still
No,
open.
but
There
like
we go.
but it's the way I'm picturing it is like, okay, let's like look at the board of chutes and ladders, like the actual board game. Okay.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
now let's just like tip it up, right? Like stand it on its end. And let's say that it's up against like a 10-story apartment building, right? So the goal is to try and get to the top of that apartment building. And so your team is trying to build ladders and other teams are building chutes to try to get
Okay.
you to fall down them. It's real life chutes and ladders.
This doesn't seem safe.
No, probably not.
But it's adventurous.
There's gonna be a lot of germs swapping bodies too.
Well, not if you're doing it with the same people you're close to anyways.
Guys, what if by trying to make an episode to help people maintain their sanity during a quarantine, we're actually just losing our sanity during this quarantine?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna like dig up. Yeah, we're gonna dig up this recording in like a few months when all this is over, and it's gonna be like, oh my gosh,
We were
that's
not
when they
okay.
broke.
gas leak that was going on the entire time. Really was worse than we even realized.
I mean, we started off this episode just recommending TV shows, and then we moved into battles between Kramer from Seinfeld and Superman, and now we ended up on real life Chutes and Ladders with real lava and people dying in it. So
Okay, but real life Chutes and Ladder, take away the lava, but playing real life Chutes and Ladders, you've got harnesses. That would be a great TV game show.
oh yeah,
Like I would totally watch that.
like Japan
it's,
needs
it's
to get
more
on
the
that.
American Ninja Warrior, but they're against each other,
Yeah,
and they have control over the like the setup of the course. That'd
Yes.
be pretty cool.
Guys, I think we're starting to wrap up. So I want to issue one more challenge, and that is have hope in your life. I think it's very important that we all focus on the good and positive in life. And so I want us to all share stories of something positive that has happened to us in the last few days. Do you guys want to start with a story?
I have one.
I
Today I had to go over to
have a recent one.
Yeah, mine's very recent as well. So today, all three of my terrible internet connections crapped out on me, and so I actually went to my manager's house because she lives like just down the street from me to work at her house, and she made me a piece of avocado toast waiting on her kitchen table for me to work there.
It's like
Yep.
you're a millennial.
Hashtag
Hey, do you want to know a fun fact?
manager. Yes.
There's no such thing as avocado bread. So where does avocado toast come from?
Whoa. Are you still?
That's just a
are you-
joke I
are
stole
you
from
still-
the internet. From
Oh, I thought you were still working on your stand-up.
no, that was a joke that I stole from James Acaster.
Nice.
Okay, here's my next tip: is watch all of Repertoire by James Acaster.
I'll add that one
It's
in.
very good. I've already recommended it to you guys. I'm recommending it to everyone else too on our listicle that we're writing.
And they'll
here's
have
the
time
nice thing that
for
someone
it.
did for me. I honestly I talked about how like things really did like I was like emotionally very down after the earthquake. There was an email that I had been dreading writing. Essentially, I had a question about a project, and this guy within our company essentially said, "You're gonna have to ask the customer about that." And I didn't want to feel like I was like pushing back against the customer, and I was kind of dreading writing this email. And I eventually did. I wrote it. And the guy who had been telling me, "Oh yeah, you need to ask the customer," he actually wrote me a separate message and said, "Hey, that was a great email." And I was like, "Whoa,
Ah, nice.
no one's ever told me I wrote a great email." Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it really did. Like, it really picked up my mood. So I
Nice
guess
email.
you're right. Find hope. Yeah.
That's good.
He just said like, "Great email. It was a great customer interaction. Good job." And I was like, "I don't even know you." But he was very nice.
just wants to
So
encourage
That
you
was my nice thing someone did for me.
into writing more
Okay,
emails.
Find hope. I'm adding that to our listicle.
It's a great thing. We all need it.
I've got one. Teach yourself to write with your left hand.
Oh
Ooh.
boy.
I mean, you should say non-dominant because left-handed people already know how to write with their left hand.
Or they can
That's true.
cheat.
Unless they just never ever learn to write.
That's a bigger
Yeah, there's
problem
that.
they should figure out during this quarantine is how to
Oh,
write.
I think it's two separate points. If you don't know how to write with your dominant hand, learn how to write with your dominant hand. And then, if you don't know how to write with your non-dominant hand, then you learn to write with your non-dominant hand.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
That's perfect. Okay, I like it.
This is going to be the best listicle, everyone.
Maybe.
I think we should have like, now that we're getting closer to the kind of wrapping things up, you know, we've mostly been focused on like things to pass the time, things to entertain ourselves, things to not get bored. What are our best like survival tips? Like actual temporal survival.
What's our
You know what I mean?
quarantine Bear Grylls
Like,
tips?
how are you going to survive without toilet paper, Houston?
Pants. Gonna wipe with them.
What?
Because you have infinite wash,
Oh.
and so you just throw them in afterwards.
No.
That's my strategy. Hey, it works, and that's the important part, right, guys?
I really wish I hadn't asked this question.
That might be the sign of us
And
going
I'm
crazy.
choosing not to answer it.
I was gonna go
No,
with
the
like
answer is get a bidet.
yeah. I was gonna say build a bidet out of a garden hose.
I'm thinking
You could do that. Just
nice.
hook it
Or
up
a-
to your water line.
Or a shower.
Yeah, yeah.
too
Okay.
easy.
How do you survive when the roving gangs of miscreants come to your house to steal your toilet paper supply?
I disguise my house to make it look abandoned. I put boards over the windows and put a sign that says "No TP here."
Genius.
My dirty pants, I throw it at him.
Oh no.
They'll be like, "Do not go to that house."
They will at least know, like, oh yeah, he doesn't have any toilet paper.
Yes.
I don't know. My sign that says "No TP here" is going to speak pretty loudly.
Mine's going to smell pretty
And
loudly.
what is your?
What about you, Jake?
Oof. So I already said for the toilet thing, I'm gonna MacGyver garden hose onto my toilet line and then hook that up there, make myself a makeshift bidet. When the roving people come to my house to steal my toilet paper, I'll just welcome them in and say, "Oh yeah, the toilet paper is just right in there in the bathroom." And then when they get there, I'll be like, "Psych," and I'll have the bidet turned up to like 100, and I'll just like shoot them right in the face with a high pressure water hose.
So you're going to turn into a Saw movie,
Nice.
essentially.
Was it 100 pressure or 100 degrees?
I just said a high pressure, but it's
But
also
first you said up
Scald
to
them
100.
death.
100 degrees. So it just scalds them
Nice.
to death.
Kill him.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. Is that all the hypothetical situations we can think of?
That's all I got.
I think that's a pretty good brainstorm.
Okay. I feel like we put the nice thing about having hope. I feel like we also can't have a listicle without saying something about like service, right? Because it looks heartless if you don't say something like that.
You're not wrong.
So service.
Do it. Serve your neighbors.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It helps to share, honestly.
Yeah.
Share your bidet.
Share a recycle bin. What
Yeah.
is a bidet if not a way to earn a new bidet?
Wow.
Like a buddy, like a friend, a bidet.
Yeah.
On that note, Brian, tell them where they can find us.
You can find us on the internet at perfectbrainstorm.net. Or on Instagram at perfbrainstorm. Nope, at perfectbrainstorm. On Twitter at perfbrainstorm. And everything you could ever want is there.
This is a good chance to tell you that our next episode is going to be a bonus episode in that we are going to play a Pokemon RPG based off of the Pokemon world that we created in an earlier episode. It's going to include the three of us plus Jake's wife, Crystal Bush.
And I don't think we've really talked about this on air. This will be an ongoing series that we'll be doing sort of in between episodes occasionally. So look forward to that.
It's going to be a good time.
Sure is. Quick question. What do you guys think Tom DeLonge is doing during his quarantine?
Oh, he's definitely tripling his efforts at making contact with the aliens that will eventually come to save us.
Tom DeLonge will save us all.
That's the moral
That's
of
the
this
last point on
episode.
the listicle.
That's what's most important.
Fear not, Tom DeLonge
How many
will
points
save
did we
us all.
get?
We
We
got
have to make sure it's an odd number.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Can I just read them
It's
off
a-
just
it's
to
a
recap
tip
the episode?
for marketing. Yeah, let's hear the list.
All right, everybody. Here's how you're going to survive your quarantine. Watch all of Lost. Listen to that
Good.
Pina Colada song. Don't lose your sticky notes.
On repeat.
Yeah, on repeat. Don't lose your sticky notes. Is apparently
On
important
repeat.
for quarantine. Play Super Fight, but with a bracket. Do some marble races. Read some books. Listen to some podcasts. Play The Floor is Lava all day long. Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal. Find hope. Teach yourself to write with your non-dominant hand. And don't worry, because Tom DeLonge will save us all.
There we go.
All right.
It's a great one.
What a list.
If this isn't
What a
like
list that we're-
evidence against our sanity in a court of law, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. So join us next week. We're playing Pokemon. If you're not into that, still check it out. I think you might like it. We have a lot of fun. Crystal doesn't know much about Pokemon, so we kind of teach it as we go. Pretty fun. So
Sometimes.
So it's applicable for everyone. Everyone can have fun with it. You won't
basically.
you won't be shunned away because you don't know a Pokemon. But it'll help if you do. I'll put it that way.
You might like our version. If you like us, you'll like us playing Pokemon Dungeons and Dragons.
Precisely.
This has been Perfect Brainstorm. I'm Brian Perry.
I'm Jake Bush.
I need to change my pants.
Bye.
When you need to see, don't waste your time on me. Don't waste your time on